What's up, gamers? DreamCastGuy here. Now, we all know DreamCastGuy as like the grifter and PlayStation fanboy that he is, right? Constantly making videos about how good PlayStation is doing, how well the PlayStation brand is doing, and how essentially Xbox is doomed. Like every other video, every other week he makes a new video about how Xbox is doomed and it's going to fail. And this time he made a video about how a certain new Xbox ad campaign definitely means that they're doomed for real this time. Anyway, boys, I don't want to make the intro too long, so let's just get right into the video.
And today we're talking about the Xbox because Microsoft just released a big new trailer about the future of Xbox, and pretty much the entire internet is instantly making fun of it, calling it cringe, saying the Xbox is useless, or saying this makes the Xbox actually look pathetic. Those are actual words. I'm going to show it to you because pretty much everybody is confused about this new push from Microsoft, which is essentially saying give up on Xbox.
No, Xbox is obviously not saying with this advertisement just give up on Xbox, because that would be fucking stupid. I don't understand. They wouldn't say that. And if you genuinely don't understand what this advertisement means, then you clearly have not been paying attention to what Xbox has been doing for the past couple of years at this point, which is trying to make Xbox as a brand become an ecosystem that expands over multiple smart devices. The idea of Xbox is that you can get Xbox games, and more importantly Xbox Game Pass, on any smart device, on your phone, on your fucking smart TV, on other consoles even. That is the idea of what Xbox is now becoming, because Xbox realizes that the traditional consoles of Xbox and PlayStation are becoming outdated. Why buy one of those when you can get a PC which not only can do other things besides play video games, but also play video games the best?
This is the new initiative called This is an Xbox. It's a whole trailer, but it's essentially people like playing games on a TV or a phone, and they're trying to claim everything's an Xbox if you believe it in your heart. So we have an Xbox console. This is an Xbox. This laptop is an Xbox. This is a cat box. This is a bento box. This is an Xbox on the inside. Now, the reason this is just such a weird initiative is because honestly, it does weaken the brand.
No, it doesn't at all. If you genuinely think that, you're either grifting and lying because you know that's what your PlayStation fanboy audience wants to hear. They want to hear that the Xbox is doomed and the brand is dying. Or you're more retarded than I thought you were.
I know a lot of people are instantly saying this. I'm not original for saying this, but a lot of people are saying that, okay, Nintendo doesn't have to pretend that the Nintendo Switch is irrelevant. PlayStation doesn't have to pretend the PlayStation 5 is optional, right? They have hardware and software that makes you want to buy their system.
Now that we're already talking about not having to pretend, can we also stop having to pretend that the PlayStation 5 actually has games?
I have one! There's no games! There's no games on it!
Because, like, what software are we talking about? The PlayStation 5 doesn't have any games. It's got remakes of old games, sure. That's about it, though. And again, Xbox is not pretending it's irrelevant. You're pretending like this marketing thing is like them saying we're irrelevant. We've got nothing. Please buy it, like whatever thing we still have. It's clearly a marketing strategy to show people what Xbox has been working towards for years, which is becoming an ecosystem that spans over multiple systems. This is nothing new. This is just a marketing push to, show that you can also play Xbox games on your phone.
Oh God. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
Reading a bunch of hand-picked tweets of people like agreeing with you on Twitter really doesn't prove your argument at all, right? I think we all are at the point in time where we realize that the opinions of people on Twitter are the equivalent of the opinions of like glue-sniffing mentally crippled toddlers. They're not relevant at all.
But there are a lot of people over the course of the last couple years. This has been incredibly obvious, right? I've been reporting on this for years, and the whole time I've had a lot of Xbox fanboys saying, Microsoft's about to make a comeback, a couple more acquisitions, and Xbox will be great. Wait till the Microsoft next buyout of Activision Blizzard. Wait till they buy Square Enix. Once they buy Sega.
Now, I don't know if a lot of Xbox fanboys have been saying things like that. I'm assuming a couple of them are. But in regards to you specifically, Dreamcast guy, you've just been corrected by people like me constantly, because in every single one of your videos about Xbox, you lie, exaggerate, make shit up, don't understand what's going on, which is what's happening right now. You clearly don't understand the ad, you don't understand what's going on, and you're using it in order to like shit on Xbox, because you know you've like garnered this PlayStation fanboy audience that wants to hear you shit on Xbox. So you're grifting, essentially. And that's why you constantly get called out on your bullshit. It's not people being like, oh, Xbox gonna buy Sega. Like, I'm sure people like that exist, but the vast majority of people calling you out on your bullshit are specifically just, doing that, calling you out on your bullshit.
Guys, at this point, if you're still trying to pretend that Xbox is even going to exist in 5 years, I mean, it's time to give it up.
I genuinely believe that within the next 10 years, Xbox will still exist and PlayStation probably won't, or will not exist to the extent they exist now. They will have to adapt as well, because traditional consoles are dying, and to deny this is just complete stupidity. The best-selling traditional console right now is the PS5. It's not the best-selling console, that's the Switch, but I don't consider the Switch a traditional console because it's got a gimmick, it's portable, it's not a traditional console. The PS5 is the best-selling traditional console, and according to Sony, it's not selling enough. And that's the best-selling traditional console, is not selling enough. Consoles, like the Xbox and the PlayStation that you just plug into your TV, are dying. Xbox is making steps to innovate and try to get away from the like classic console market and put their Xbox games and mainly their Xbox Game Pass on as many platforms as they can. Sony is not really doing that, which means that if consoles die, Xbox will still exist and Sony won't. And consoles in a traditional sense, again, will die. I genuinely believe that in the next 10 years, if you want to play video games, you have to stream them, buy a gaming PC, or you can play them on a handheld consoles. But consoles like they exist now won't exist.
All right, respectfully, I know we've all had a lot of fun, a lot of silly barbs and stuff like that. I'm not telling you got to go to Team PlayStation. Obviously, if you already have a big catalog, it's probably time, if you don't already, to build a gaming PC. I mean, Xbox games play better on PC.
All games play better on PC.
Xbox games play better on PS5. So, I mean, really, if you're wanting to play Indiana Jones with the best graphics and stuff, probably time to save up for a PS5 Pro. But
I don't know about that one. I don't think that's always the case. Especially not like the best graphics part. If again, like the PS5 Pro does not perform better than the PC. You want the best possible performance and graphics for new Indiana Jones games? Buy yourself a PC.
This is the kind of stuff, this pretty much confirms that Xbox is just a service. It's not a console, it's not a system, it's not games, it's a service. It's like you can have a favorite movie, but you don't have a favorite Netflix. I feel like saying Xbox is your favorite console, it is now it's a subscription service.
Yes, Xbox is becoming a service. I don't know why you're confused by this. We all knew this, but I don't know, maybe I'm just not so as big brain as the fucking Dreamcast guy is, right? Because the guy's just so smart that he doesn't seem to, he's been covering Xbox for years and how doomed Xbox is for years, but for some reason he's only now realizing that Xbox is making the switch from console to service. And also, I hate how he's just like, oh, you can have a favorite movie, but you can't have a favorite Netflix. Yes, you can. Motherfucker, but you have just every single streaming service. I just only have the streaming services that I like, that have the content that I like, that run the best, because like HBO Max runs like shit. It's broken, it's brokey, right? I only have the streaming services that work the best, that have the content I like, and are putting out content I like. So yes, you can have a favorite Netflix. And also, I think he says like Xbox doesn't even make games anymore. It's like Xbox isn't a console anymore, Xbox isn't games anymore. Xbox still makes games. They still make games like Indiana Jones, and they put those games on their Game Pass subscription service. Bro, glue sniffing idiot.
This is one of the biggest Xbox fan accounts, and I actually like this account a lot. I've talked about it in the past. Clio he's very good about holding Microsoft's feet to the fire whenever they make big mistakes. He has talked about the fact that he himself has said that it feels like the Xbox brand has been completely watered down. Like, if you actually enjoy specifically playing on an Xbox console and have for the last 20 years, I mean, they're kind of slapping you in the face.
Okay, maybe this is just me, but I don't understand this at all. Why would you specifically prefer to play games on an Xbox or on a PlayStation at this point in time? Right? Because like, what's even the main difference between Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5? The controller, the exclusives, which are not even that big of a thing anymore because PlayStation 5 barely has exclusives, and the Xbox exclusives are already on PS5 or coming to PS5. The interface, they basically almost run the exact same, right? If you want a good gaming experience, right, outside of Xbox, PlayStation, a PC does not only have the biggest library of games on any system, it also has all of the Xbox games, all of the PlayStation 5 games, and the ones that it doesn't have yet are coming to PC. And on top of that, it runs all of them better. So I don't really understand this idea of people being like, oh, but I love playing on Xbox so much, as opposed to other platforms. Because you're just playing on Xbox or PlayStation out of brand loyalty, which you can still do on PC. You can just get the Xbox Game Pass, which is a great deal. So I don't understand this whole thing of like, Xbox needs to be a physical Xbox, a console, in order to succeed. I don't get that idea, because consoles are dying. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It's not just me, because it's the fucking people who make the Xbox think the exact same way, so it's definitely not just me.
Saying, oh, sorry, don't worry about your back catalog, don't care about the games you bought, don't care about your achievements or your ecosystem or your controls. Nope, we're throwing all that in the bin because we want to be Netflix, yay!
Okay, so first of all, what's wrong with them wanting to be Netflix? Like, oh, they want to be successful, like Netflix. That's bad, I guess. And I do understand that point he just made, because I hadn't thought about it yet. If you have a backlog on Xbox, or you have like an Xbox profile you've used for years, you want to like continue using that, obviously, because it's fun to see progression. But I'm pretty sure, now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite certain that you can use your Xbox profile on PC with your gamer score and your achievements and stuff. You can still use that in combination, but I think you actually have to use that in combination with the Xbox Game Pass. So that doesn't go away. The only thing that could go away is the fact that you are no longer capable of using, I guess, your physical collection of games. That's the only thing if you switch to PC or any other platform that isn't a physical Xbox. So that would be an argument for why getting rid slowly over time of the real physical Xbox is bad, because the physical games are no longer going to be playable on new gen, I guess, but you can still play them on the Xbox you already own. This is the only like somewhat like valid argument I've heard this entire video.
And I did see his reply here, and I got to admit, I think this is super strange. Where's PlayStation and Nintendo? The Xbox ecosystem is not available on Nintendo and PlayStation, but it's part of that, yes. Some selected games are on Nintendo and PlayStation. The Xbox ecosystem, which is Game Pass, Xbox Live, Friends, Social, Play Anywhere, is not and probably never will be. Now, I'll admit, I think this is a extremely strange framing. The idea that Xbox is just Game Pass. It's not about their legacy. It's no longer about Gears of War or Halo or Forza. Xbox is only Game Pass is I just think that's weird.
But no one said that. The guy whose tweet you're reading didn't say that. That's an idea you came up with just now. Like, no one said that Xbox is just Game Pass and they're gonna give up on their legacy and it's no longer about like Xbox, Halo, Forza, or any other like big Xbox IPs. It's just about Game Pass. No one said that. You came up with that just now, and just because Xbox Game Pass is going to be like the main way of accessing Xbox games instead of like the Xbox console, doesn't mean they're giving up on the Xbox legacy or the Xbox big IPs, because they're still making those games. You can just now play them on Game Pass.
The most hardcore Xbox fanboys, respectively, and a lot of them are just talking about the fact that in less than 5 years, they're going full third party. There's not even going to be consoles next generation. I've said this multiple times now, but I truly do not believe there's going to be another Xbox console. There's just not. Like, we'll get the Xbox handheld, but at this point, if you're looking for something beyond the Xbox Series X, I don't think there's going to be one.
I mean, we do know they're still making hardware, and one of those things is obviously the Xbox handheld, but I don't think it would make sense for them to just completely stop making consoles randomly. I think they're just going to slowly phase it out, and the next console would probably become more of like a streaming box than an actual console. I don't think it makes sense for them to just randomly like stop making consoles altogether. I think they're just slowly going to phase it out over the coming years. As consoles, in general, normal, like classic consoles, become more and more irrelevant, right? I think handhelds still have a place, like quirky, cool consoles like the Switch, which have like a gimmick, still have a place, but like consoles that you just plug into your TV and like leave there, they're not relevant anymore. Why get something like that when you can get a PC?
The whole idea of pushing away from consoles, I feel like this is an extremely desperate move. It is a sign of extreme weakness, you know? This just feels like such an obvious signal that they're not selling games. You know, if they were actually selling games, they would not cannibalize their existing market to try and breach a wider base.
This isn't about them not selling enough games, it's about selling them not enough hardware. Because consoles in general are dying. The PS5 doesn't sell enough either, right? The console market, the traditional console market, is dying, and Xbox is realizing this and is trying to move on from it, right? They're making a lot of money selling their games on other platforms like PC. So obviously it makes sense that they'd move away from a dying market to something else. I don't understand how you're not... I get that you don't like it because you grew up with traditional consoles and you don't like they're dying or going away, but they are. That's just the way of things like this. Consoles came into existence when they were needed, when people wanted to play arcade games at home, and then the arcades died slowly, because why go to the arcade when you can play games on a console? And now why play games on a console when you can play them better on a machine that can do more? Or even not needing a console at all. Why buy a console when you can stream your games to your smart TV? For the last couple of minutes of his video, he just repeats what he's been saying for the entire video, and he reads some more comments of people hating on the ad. So I think I'm just gonna end the video here. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.